Ever wondered how to care for your newly transplanted hair? Well, you're not alone. Proper aftercare is a crucial part of the hair transplant journey, often playing a pivotal role in the ultimate success of the procedure. From sprouting and adequate nourishment to correct washing and ample rest, we will be exploring various facets of post-procedure care. We will also discuss how to continue these care practices over the weeks and months following the surgery. Stay tuned as we delve into the step-by-step aftercare process. The initial 3 days post-hair transplant are pivotal. After your procedure, it's time to rest and recuperate at home. There's no need for hospitalization. You may notice a pulse in your head, which is completely normal. Don't be alarmed if you experience some discomfort in these early days. It should gradually lessen. During this period, it's important to resist the urge to touch the transplant area. Showers are a no-go for now. Your doctor will likely prescribe antibiotics and painkillers. Do take them as instructed. Protecting your new hair follicles from dust and direct sunlight is vital. A hat is a good idea, but make sure it's not too tight or itchy. Avoid smoking and alcohol, as these can slow down the healing process. And finally, try to sleep on your back to prevent any accidental damage to your newly transplanted hair. Remember, the first 3 days are crucial for your recovery and the success of your transplant. Survive the first 3 days? Great. Now let's talk about the first week. After those initial 3 days, under your doctor's guidance, you can finally enjoy a shower. This can not only accelerate the healing process, but also gives you a sense of rejuvenation. However, you might notice some itchiness as your scalp starts to scab. It's extremely crucial to resist the urge to scratch or massage the transplant area. These scabs usually start to fade after 10 days, so hold tight. During this period, it's equally important to continue avoiding alcohol, smoking, and heavy exercise. These activities can slow down your healing process and potentially harm the newly transplanted hair follicles. Instead, focus on giving your body the rest it needs to recover. So as we wrap up the first week, remember, it's all about protection and patience. Your commitment to these guidelines will significantly contribute to the success of your procedure. Now let's move on to the first month post-hair transplant. You may notice something that seems a bit alarming. Your new hair could start to shed. But don't fret, this is completely normal and is actually a necessary part of the process. The shedding makes room for new hair to grow, paving the way for your lush, full head of hair to reveal itself. During this period, often referred to as the shock phase, it's crucial to continue avoiding heavy exercise that might harm the transplant area. Light workouts are fine, but anything that significantly increases sweating should be avoided. And don't forget about the sun. Your scalp still needs protection from direct sunlight. This not only aids in the growth of your new hair, but also prevents damage to your skin. At this point, you're well on your way to seeing the wonderful results of your hair transplant. 3 months down the line, you're going to start noticing some significant changes. By this point, your diligent aftercare routine is truly beginning to pay off. Those new hair strands that started sprouting post-transplant are growing in length, adopting a more natural look. You'll see a marked improvement in the overall condition of your hair. You're now at the halfway point, with your hair reaching its natural length. It's around this time that you can truly start to see the transformation. You'll notice a clear difference in the appearance of your hair, its texture, and volume. And as we move beyond the first year post-procedure, your patience is rewarded with the full benefits of the transplant. Your hair, now fully grown, showcases the success of the procedure and your commitment to aftercare. And there you have it. With the right care and patience, you're on your way to enjoying the full benefits of your hair transplant. So remember, aftercare is just as important as the procedure itself.
Have you ever wondered what the immediate post-care process looks like after a hair transplant procedure? Well, let's dive into the initial 3 months following the procedure, a critical period that lays the foundation for your new healthy hair. During the first 3 months, the newly planted hair begins to grow, incrementally lengthening and gradually assuming its natural state. As the days turn into weeks and then months, you'll start to notice a significant improvement in the state of your hair. It's like watching a beautiful landscape unfold, with each hair strand contributing to the picturesque view that is your new full head of hair. But like a gardener tending to their plants, you need to provide continuous care and maintenance to your new hair. This period is not just about watching your hair grow, it's about actively participating in its growth process. Your hair at this stage is like a baby, needing your attention and care to grow healthily and beautifully. One way to ensure this is by keeping in regular contact with your doctor. They are your guide in this journey, providing valuable advice and instructions tailored to your specific needs and condition. Regular consultations with your doctor will enable you to navigate any challenges that may arise and optimize the growth of your new hair. Remember, your actions during these first 3 months play a significant role in determining the outcome of your hair transplant procedure. It's not just about getting through the period, but about making the most out of it. It's about nurturing your new hair, fostering its growth, and paving the way for it to reach its full potential. So as you embark on this journey, remember to be patient, be diligent, and most importantly, be proactive. Your new hair is not just a result of the transplant procedure, it's also a product of your care and dedication during the post-care process. Remember, the first 3 months are crucial for achieving excellent results from your hair transplant procedure. So keep calm, care for your hair, and enjoy the journey to a fuller, healthier head of hair. So how do you properly wash your hair after a hair transplant? Well, it's absolutely crucial to approach this task with gentleness and care. You see, your hair follicles are in a sensitive state after the procedure, and they need to be treated with the utmost respect. You'll need to wait a few days before the inaugural wash. This pause gives your scalp some time to recover, and it's an essential step in the healing process. When it's time to introduce your scalp to water again, you'll want to use specific creams or oils that your doctor recommends. These products are designed to soothe and nurture your scalp, promoting optimal growth conditions for your new hair. It's also important to remember that extremes are not your friend during this time. Steer clear of very hot or very cold water when washing your hair, as these can cause unnecessary stress to your scalp. Finally, resist the temptation to use a hairdryer. The strong heat can be damaging to your delicate follicles. Following these washing instructions will ensure the health and longevity of your newly transplanted hair. Did you know that even the way you sleep can affect your hair transplant results? That's right, proper sleeping posture is important in helping control and reduce swelling. Some may find it helpful to sleep at a 45-degree angle for the first few days after the procedure. This can help minimize swelling and protect the newly transplanted hair follicles. Now, it's not just about sleep. There are certain activities you'll want to avoid as well. For instance, driving may not be a good idea immediately after the procedure. The medications used during the procedure can affect your ability to drive safely. Plus, the swelling in your forehead could potentially obstruct your vision. Remember, every little thing counts when it comes to recovery. By taking these precautions, you can ensure a smooth recovery and optimize the results of your hair transplant procedure.
What factors can impact the success of a hair transplant? Have you ever pondered over this crucial aspect? Let's delve into this subject and explore some essential points that one must carefully consider after going through the process of a hair transplant. The cruciality of these factors is often overlooked, but they can significantly impact the overall outcomes of the procedure. First and foremost, a point that is often underplayed is the importance of being cautious when it comes to driving post-procedure. It is crucial to remember that the medications administered during the hair transplant surgery could potentially hamper your driving abilities. These medications can cause side effects such as drowsiness or dizziness, which can have serious implications for your safety while driving. In addition to this, there could also be a potential swelling on the forehead post-procedure. This swelling could partially obscure your field of vision, rendering you unable. Therefore, it's highly advised to abstain from getting behind the wheel until you have completely recovered from the procedure and the side effects of the medications have completely worn off. Now, let's move on to another aspect that is of paramount importance, which is sleep. It is integral to maintain the correct sleep posture in order to prevent excess strain from the transplanted region. Another issue that you should pay attention to as care after hair transplantation is not using a hairdryer because its hot and strong wind can damage the planting site. After the hair transplant procedure, it is better to avoid dyeing your hair. Another issue that you should pay attention to after hair transplantation is not using a hairdryer because its hot and strong wind can damage the planting site. Another important consideration is not to drink alcohol, not to smoke, and not to eat fast food. What is the correct way to sleep after hair transplant? After the hair transplant operation, it is very important to take care of the forehead area to control and reduce swelling. For this purpose, it is better to pay special attention to your sleeping position to minimize swelling. Some patients may need to lie at a 45-degree angle for the first few days after surgery to reduce swelling and protect the hair transplant area. but it should be noted that some people have very little swelling and do not need to sleep on a high pillow. Sex after hair transplant is prohibited. It is necessary to avoid sex for a few days, which doctors recommend it for 7 days. All these mentioned factors are necessary to be followed after hair transplant as a post-surgery care.